Good morning all. This is our new LinkedIn short video channel project with a purpose to hopefully cut through the noise and provide valuable answers in today's health cohort. I would like to welcome Dr. Kathrina Crystallis, who recently joined GPDQ as a clinical director. Hi, Kathrina.
Hi, Lucas.
Yeah, I wanted to talk today about three different types of testing. Would you mind actually explaining us a little bit of what's out there and what we should know about them?
Yeah, definitely. So, Lucas, there are three different types of tests, as you said, and they fall into two different categories. So there's the ones that are used to detect a current virus and the ones that can detect a previous virus. So there's kind of the molecular or PCR testing, there's rapid antigen testing, and there's also antibody testing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure most people have heard about all the three different types of tests.
Absolutely. And can you tell us a little bit more about the rapid testing? Is that something new that is available out there, or?
A bit more sense. So PCR and rapid antigen testing are both used to detect a current virus. So PCR is our gold standard, and it's what you would use if you have a current or a new cough, a change to your sense of smell or taste, or a new temperature. So any one of those three symptoms are considered the main symptoms of coronavirus, and then you would need definitely a PCR test, which is the government guidelines to confirm if you have the virus. So that's where PCR comes in, and that's the test that you do, and it's a swab in the back of your throat and your nose, and it goes to the lab, and that might take 24 to 48 hours, maybe 72 hours in some instances to come back. So there's a little bit of a delay. So that's PCR testing. Rapid antigen testing is not the gold standard. It's not to be used when somebody has symptoms of coronavirus, then definitely it's for PCR testing. But the benefit of rapid antigen testing is that it gives you a response or an answer within 15 to 30 minutes. So it's very fast. The scenarios in which we feel it could be used is screening.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a cohort of people going back to work, for example, we've all been aware that although there are those three main symptoms of COVID, there are some other symptoms. So diarrhea, fatigue, loss of appetite, a headache, a rash, these sorts of things, which if you have these symptoms in the absence of the three main symptoms, you are still able to go to work. And there are some people that would be asymptomatic carriers. So the way in which we see antigen testing being used is as a screening mechanism. So if you were to screen the cohort of people going back to work, so screening employees, it would help eliminate and highlight anybody who's going back to work with an atypical symptom or who has an asymptomatic infection and then could potentially spread the virus to the other employees at work, but without them knowing. So the two would work together. So one is the government standard that you would use with the main symptoms, and the other one is a screening mechanism to aid that.
Mm-hmm. So in this kind of workplace scenario, what would you recommend for a business to do if they are keen to keep their employees safely? Would you suggest to use them both, and how often, how frequently?
Definitely. So first of all, I would like to commend businesses and basically all the workplaces, because there has been a massive effort to make workplaces safe. So already businesses have put into place, social distancing. Everywhere you go to, basically there's the spots on the floor to show where you should stand, where you shouldn't stand. A lot of businesses have gone further than that and have got kind of temperature regulations at the door, and they've taken these guidelines very seriously. What we could recommend on top of that is the antigen screening, so rapid antigen screening. So there could be a routine, for example, for twice weekly screening on a Monday and a Friday, or where you screen all the employees to make sure that they don't have that virus asymptomatically and bring it to the workplace. And then if anyone is found to have a positive test, that person at that point could be offered a PCR test to confirm, and they would go home to isolate. So you're basically, the way in which the virus is spreading and why it's so dangerous is because we can't detect it and we can't see it. But this would make the identification so much better, and you could actually be, in a position where you could see those cases that are being transmitted asymptomatically.
Wow, this is really useful and obviously very assuring to individuals and businesses as they obviously battling the times. So yeah, thank you so much for your knowledge, and this has been really useful, and hopefully we will have more time to record those little videos and be able to educate people and help them in those challenging circumstances and times. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Lucas. And I have to just say, I'm really excited about this because I think it could be a game changer for the way our society works. It's, you know, it can be applied to all different scenarios. It could be applied to schools, universities, workplaces, film, TV, all of these different industries. But yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to discuss that with you today.
Thank you. See you soon. Cheers, Kathrina.